Fight fam, what it do? Welcome back to more boxing. Today we're going to be breaking down the Shane Mosley Jr. versus the Jesus Alejandro Ramos Jr. fight. Before we get started, please become a member of the channel to support the channel. With that membership, I add you to the Discord and you get access to member only live streams. And I'll be showing you some behind the scene footage of some fighters that I'm working with. So, with that being said, let's get right into the breakdown. So, this fight here is going to be at middleweight, and it is for the interim WBC middleweight title. So, we got a lot at stake here for this fight. Jesus Ramos is fairly new to the middleweight division. Shane Mosley Jr. fought a lot of his career at the middleweight division. However, in his last fight, which was in July of 2024, against Daniel Jacobs, in which Daniel Jacobs retired after that fight. That fight was at 168 pounds. So I think it's important to note here that Shane Mosley Jr. will be dropping down to 160 pounds for this fight. Now we have the Southpaw in Jesus Ramos versus the Orthodox matchup here in Shane Mosley Jr. So right off the bat, you all know I like to call that out so that way we are aware of any potential head clashes or headbutts in the fight. Both of these guys have an aggressive style, so we cannot take a headbutt off of the table. We have to keep that in mind. Hopefully there's no headbutt. Hopefully there's a clean fight with a clear winner. So we're going to break down the stats of each individual fighter. I'm going to talk about each guy, and then I'm going to give you all my prediction for this particular fight. So first up, we have Jesus Ramos. He is 23-1. That one loss coming to Erickson Lubin, which was a controversial loss. But hey, they gave Erickson Lubin a win, so we gotta just go off what his record says. He has a 83% knockout ratio. He has fought a lot of his career at 154 pounds, but as I mentioned earlier, he has fought at 160 pounds before. He is 5 feet 10 inches. His reach is 72 inches. He is a southpaw and he is 24 years old. Shane Mosley Jr. He is 22-4. He has a 55% knockout ratio, and he has fought a lot of his career at middleweight, 160 pounds. As I mentioned earlier, his last fight, which was over a year ago, was at 168. So he's coming down in weight for this fight. He is 6 feet 1 inch. His reach is 77 inches. Orthodox stance, and he is 34 years old. So that's a huge reach advantage for Shane Mosley Jr. 5 inches to be exact. So I think the game plan for Shane Mosley Jr. is to stay busy with his jab, stay active with that jab, make Ramos have to get past, once again, that jab. And then once Ramos comes inside, because he's going to be looking to come in, work the body, then Shane Mosley is going to have to be quick with the counter punches and let go of that right hand. Now, it's important that Shane Mosley gets the foot position over Jesus Ramos. That front foot should be on the outside of Ramos' foot. If not, Ramos is going to pick him apart using angles, using movement. And with Shane Mosley's fighting style, it's hard for me to see him staying on that jab for the entire fight. But I mean, it's clear that that is the advantage that he has in this fight. Now, yes, Ramos has a very good jab as well, very polished jab, and he is an excellent counterpuncher. Now, I think the youth is going to play a role in this particular matchup here. I think Jesus Ramos may be too quick for Shane Mosley Jr., and he has great defense as well. Ramos has that high guard, and once he feels shots hit that guard, he does not wait long before he counters with uppercuts, hooks, and he throws punches and combinations. Now, where I think Shane Mosley Jr. is going to have to be cautious is for the body shots from Ramos. I think these body shots potentially can wear Shane Mosley Jr. down over the course of the fight. And I'm not sure if he's going to be able to withstand those body shots late in the fight, especially considering he's going down to 160 pounds for this fight. Yes, I know he fought the majority of his career at 160, But whenever a fighter is getting older and they go up in weight and then they come back down, that is not a good sign in my opinion. And I wonder how his legs will hold up in this fight because there's going to be constant pressure coming from Jesus Ramos. And like I said earlier, Ramos is fairly new to the division. He's fought at 160 before, but he's 24 years old. So he's coming into that man strength. He's getting stronger. And I think that could spell trouble for Shane Mosley Jr. Shane Mosley Jr. has a great jab, very tough guy, and he's not going to just let somebody beat up on him. He is going to be trying to throw with Jesus Ramos, and I think that is where he is going to get in trouble. Something that I also noticed when breaking down film, Shane Mosley Jr. keeps that head on the center, so his head is going to be there to get caught with the jab. And I think it would be beneficial for Ramos to lead with the two sometimes because Shane Mosley Jr. does not have good head movement. He's very tough. He can take a lot of big shots. But I think for this particular fight here, that body work is going to break him down. And then that is going to lead to bigger shots to his head. So my particular pick for this fight, I have Jesus Ramos winning the fight, and I'm going to be aggressive here. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that I think he stops Shane Mosley Jr. late in the fight. I think he's going to break him down. Now, this is not going to be a small feat. Shane Mosley Jr. is the bigger guy, and he has fought heavy-handed guys, and he's tough. But when I'm looking at everything, looking at how Ramos Jr. applies pressure. Thinking about Shane Mosley Jr. going back down in weight, I just think those legs are going to get heavy. And I think Ramos is going to be hurting Shane Mosley Jr. throughout the fight because Shane Mosley Jr. does not have good defense. In exchanges, he drops those hands. And I think that is going to be a bad recipe for him in this fight. And I think Jesus Ramos gets a devastating KO against Shane Mosley Jr. Again, this may not be a popular pick because Shane Mosley Jr. is tough, but I would like to hear you all's thoughts on this particular fight. Please leave a comment down below, like the video, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate the continued support, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.